Should I avoid liking a black guy whose type isn't black girls? I.e., he hasn't dated any in the past. What up, y'all?
Josh and Isi here once again
with another quality video. So as y'all can tell by the title, we are bringing something a little fresh, a little new to the channel. Shout out to my man who came up with the idea to do Therapy Thursdays. Would you like to explain?
So basically, there's been a lot of people that have reached out to us seeing as we are a quality couple and they've asked for some quality advice on their relationship.
We can't really respond back to all of them.
We can't respond to all of them. So hopefully with this we can kill multiple birds, one stone. Get somebody to ask a question, we answer. Hopefully y'all going through similar
I see, so one thing can help others.
So maybe this one question that we answer can help multiple people.
But we're answering multiple.
We're answering multiple.
Yeah, we went on our Instagram stories like yesterday actually, and asked you guys to send in relationship advice questions that you had that you wanted us to answer. So we are going to be going through a few of those today. We're not professionals.
Not at all.
Alright, we're not saying we're the relationship experts.
Not in the least.
The best we can do is give you guys advice based off our experience or our knowledge on things.
Please don't take this to the bank.
Well, I don't feel like we would give bad advice, but you know, it's just like that disclosure.
But I
can take it to the bank and cash it, because I feel like, you know, but
if that check bounced, please don't blame us.
Yeah. If the advice we give,
if that check bounced, please don't blame us.
But I highly doubt it, because we're a quality couple giving quality advice. So with that being said,
let's get into this video.
Lord. I don't know why my eye caught this one first. I already know.
Therapy, man.
Me and my boyfriend argue a lot, and every time he threatens to break up with me.
Well, I've been there. I've definitely dealt with that number. It's kind of weird coming from a guy's perspective though. With girls kind of just speak from emotions and they're like, oh, I'm leaving. They don't really mean it. With guys, it's kind of a little more of a serious threat.
You think so? If he keeps doing it, I don't think it's that serious. There's guys that are emotional, so I feel like it doesn't really matter whether you're male or female. If you're just a kind of emotional, sensitive person, you're probably coming from where I was coming from. But it's just not expected for a guy to come from that place.
That's very true. If he keeps hanging that over your head, do what I did. I had a very serious and stern talk with this young lady.
Honey, don't say stern now.
Oh, I was stern. I had to put my size 12 foot down, you know what I'm saying? I had to put that bad boy down real quick, because I told her essentially if she keeps offering this whole I'm opening up the door and leaving, eventually I'm gonna say, go for it. And then she stopped because she knew that I was a quality man and I didn't deserve whatever energy she was giving me. The fact that I wasn't going anywhere, I think she was taking advantage of it. I think you were taking advantage of my kindness at that point in time. Because you would play the I'm leaving card to get what you want. Now you just pull the plowing card.
First of all, some of the times I really didn't mean it. I felt like I meant it. But I do feel like sometimes I would use that as like a fear tactic type thing.
As your checkmate.
You keep acting up. And that's not right to pull.
That's not. It's not a. That's not cool.
In a healthy relationship.
That's not cool. So I had to put my foot down and let her know, like in a relationship that you want to last, you can't be opening the door and saying walk out. That's my emotional foot being put down.
Put your foot up one more time.
I'm just saying I had to put the emotional foot down.
So you're telling her put her emotional foot down.
You gotta put your emotional foot down and say, look, you got a couple more times, and then I'm just gonna actually say, yeah, go ahead for it. Because I don't want to go through that emotional stress over and over for the rest of my life. That's just,
somebody threatening to leave you all the time. It's not nice.
It's not nice. It's a lot of emotional stress. You don't need that in your life. When someone says they don't want a relationship, but they still flirt with you, you have two choices here. If you want a relationship and they don't, you should probably get out of there. Your emotions, your feelings, all that. If you're down for like, oh, well, I'm kind of lonely,
flirtation,
and the company's nice.
I personally think those situations are always a little dangerous. Because I think someone's always kind of low-key gonna end up feeling some type of way.
Someone usually gets hurt.
Like, you can detach emotions to an extent, but spending a lot of time with someone, having good times together, bouncing energies off of each other, there's bound to be some type of connection there that you risk losing when you decide, oh, we're just gonna keep it chill. You can't spend that much time with someone and get to know them and invest yourself into them and vice versa, and it just stay chill. So I always think those situations are a little dangerous, because I do think someone always low-key he ends up getting
Yeah,
hurt.
it's very dangerous. I'm gonna say, if you're gonna do a flirtationship, you should be free with that flirtationship. Like,
you should probably have it with other people.
Yeah, you should have like a flirty butterfly kind of thing.
Yeah.
That way you're not getting too attached.
Yeah, to that one
Because
flirtationship.
otherwise, I'm telling you, if you're just strictly flirting with one person, whether you believe it or not, you feel as though you're in a relation.
Yeah,
like, it's so weird, but like flirtationships,
child.
someone usually gets hurt.
He doesn't pursue me anymore, and I voiced concern, and it's inconsistent.
You've been there, so you might as well just let them know. All right, so I was the inconsistent guy.
How you gonna tell me? Let them know, and then you just.
I was just giving them background context. I was the inconsistent guy, so go ahead. You can go from there.
Therapy Thursdays is completely 100.
Yeah.
Sometimes you still are.
Okay,
sometimes he still is inconsistent with pursuing me the way I would like. But I would say it's gotten better over the years. But I think just naturally, I was gonna just say guys, but I think that's a little sexist. I think people in general can sometimes get really complacent in their relationship. Because there's some things that I don't do as much as I used to when we first started dating.
True. I think my perspective on it is, as people, we grow and change. Like, we don't remain the same, so I can't expect you to remain the same person.
But I don't think it's a matter of remaining the same person. I think it's a matter of still keeping that same energy, though. You went hard to get your girl. You went hard.
Okay.
Now, I don't expect you to go as hard, but I do still expect there to be something.
You're a hopeless romantic, so your idea of romanticism is above and beyond most girls' expectation of romanticism.
You think so? I don't agree with that, only because I say, like, you can simply write me a love letter and I wake up to it in the morning. When you write little love letters on your mirror to me, and you might go to work and I wake up, that, like, that's a form of pursuing me. Because you don't have to do that now that we're together, but it's still like, I still want to show you love and appreciation. That's some cute stuff that you would do. You know what I mean? Yes, I am definitely a hopeless romantic, but through that, I don't ask for a lot from you to show me that you still care and that you're still pursuing me.
True.
So, to answer her question, because we got into our stuff, I think it's definitely a matter of communicating how you feel about it, which she says she already did. But maybe if you feel like this guy is worth it, kind of drop hints. Obviously, I just dropped a hint right then and there. Write me love letters on the mirror, if you didn't catch that. You can drop hints to him about kind of like little stuff, because maybe he does have the mentality that, like, he has to go above and beyond to impress you or make you feel pursued, when really all you're looking for is something simple, like your favorite candy being brought to you, or just simple stuff. Oh, by the way, which he did for 1 month and then stopped, but this might help somebody out who will stay consistent. There was something that I had saw on social media a while ago where it was like asking for guys to basically put tips in the comment section of how they keep the love alive in their relationship. This one guy had said that each month out of the year, he'll pick 3 random days, and he has it in his calendar to do something special for his girl on when it hits one of those days. Josh did it for like a month and it was great. If you want your guy to be a little bit more consistent with him pursuing and showing love to you, give him that example, and maybe vice versa. You can do it for him too.
My friend's relationship with her boyfriend is toxic. She gets offended when I tell her to leave him. Y'all need advice? Let her learn. Life is gonna be your best teacher. You can only tell somebody something so many times.
That's facts, actually. You just gotta be there for when all the things fall down. Because people don't like being told about their relationship. Speaking from experience, I didn't listen to anybody that said anything to me. People close to me, when I tried to tell them, they don't want to hear it. No matter what anybody says, you can have cold, hard facts, and it doesn't matter. So I think you were right. You gotta let her experience it, learn from her experience, and be there for her when things come crashing down, because all toxic relationships do. I ghosted this boy that I used to talk to and miss him now. I don't know if I should reach out to him or not.
You can reach out, but don't be surprised if that ship is sailed. You put the ball in his court.
Right.
Don't be surprised if he kicked that thing out the stadium.
Right.
I feel like that's a nice gesture, though.
What? To reach out?
Yeah.
Oh, if you do reach out, apologize.
Yeah, apologize.
Ooh, yeah, apologize.
If you're gonna reach out, you definitely should come with an apology.
And if you have a good explanation as to why you ghosted, other than you just being a butt, maybe explain. They'll understand.
If you plan on ghosting again, or if you're not fully invested, don't go back.
Yeah, that's not right.
That's not right. Don't do that.
My boyfriend doesn't work. Need advice on low budget date nights since funds are an issue right now. We did a lot of $5 Tuesday movies.
We did a lot of $5 Tuesday movies. I don't know if you guys are in college, but we did an indoor picnic.
Yeah.
Good walks and long talks are actually like...
That is a cute little date.
We went on a long walk the other day, and that was a great conversation, great time. I had a great day with you.
Me too.
Okay, so we're on the same page there.
You know what, too? I don't know if every city has this, but I know like Chicago has a couple of Instagram pages that tell you different things that are going on in Chicago, whether it be like free or upcoming events and stuff that are usually reasonably priced. Depending on what city you live in, you can go ahead and like search your city. Something should come up in the Instagram search bar for your city of different things that they might be having going on. That might be another good idea too.
Who should ask when getting into a relationship?
Old school, like obviously is guys.
If we're being chivalrous, the guy is usually in charge of that. Now, if we're talking 2020 women empowerment, strong, independent woman, you know, you could definitely put your heart on the line, but that's risky. And here's why I say that's risky. Because more often than not, the flaky side is the guy.
And that's why we let him
That's why you usually let him do the talking.
Right.
Because he's usually the flaky one. Leave it to the guy to ask.
You think so?
And if he doesn't, you can ask, what are we? And I was like, what you mean? I thought we was boyfriend and girlfriend. And she said, you didn't ask at all.
Josh never officially asked me to be his girlfriend. Thank God guys have to officially ask someone to be their wife. Otherwise, I'm sure he would have assumed we were married by now.
She'd have woke up with a ring on her finger.
My boyfriend is way more sensitive than I am, and things that I may see as small and petty is a big deal for him.
I know what this is.
Yeah, you're gonna have to answer that.
This is my department. I feel like there's always one, in all these scenarios, there's one half of this person that knows exactly what's going on. And I know exactly what's going on right now.
So tell her how to deal with it then.
It's kind of hard to give a female advice on how to talk to a sensitive man, because that's tough.
I think it's the same way. Just show that you care.
You have to show that you genuinely care, but
and you can't downplay their feelings.
You can't downplay it, but on the same note, if it annoys you to the point where you can't deal with it, I would say leave.
Yeah.
Most people don't change from the core of themselves.
Right.
So if at his core he's emotional and you can't handle that, then you should probably find another partner.
Should I avoid liking a black guy whose type isn't black girls? I.e. he hasn't dated any in the past. Ooh, what do you think?
I wouldn't.
Avoid liking him. You wouldn't like him?
I wouldn't.
Ooh.
If he's established his preference isn't black women, it's sad.
And has he established it or just based off his track record?
If a man has established his preference, but he's kind of dabbling outside of that, I would say tread lightly.
Don't get your hopes up type thing?
Don't get your hopes up. I feel like you're the experiment at that point.
That's pretty ridiculous.
It's sad to say, in the man's mind, they're gonna say, I don't normally date black women. So if you're the first, you're the test run. And if you do something that
is too much pressure on her.
It's a lot of pressure, but I'm saying that's the honest to God truth. It's nothing against you. It's just in someone's head. Like, what if I said, like, let me step outside and try to date a white woman? First one's going to be a test run. If it doesn't go well, that's it.
Interesting.
How can you get your significant other to listen better? You gotta look them in the eyes, right? You gotta get some of this going, right? You gotta get feedback, right? You get what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying?
Can I just answer this really quick? This is a very simple answer.
You gotta turn off the distractions.
I was gonna, well, yeah, turn off the distractions. Obviously, no phones or nothing should be going on. But I was also gonna say, a lot of times I'll start a conversation with you of like, I just need you to listen and not respond. Sometimes if I bring you a problem or something, you try to help me solve it. When sometimes I just want to talk to you about it and figure it out myself. So like, maybe just saying before you even start the conversation, I just need you to hear me and not like listen.
Learn
to
that
respond.
in the class.
How to react if your man follows sexy girls on Instagram. I feel like personally that's a conversation to be had.
It's definitely just a conversation to be
But I will say also, a man's gonna do what he wants to do regardless.
At the end of the day.
Josh unfollowing whoever, women or whatever, a year or so ago, that was on you. I didn't ask you to do that. And I think that it was a maturity switch that had to happen for you to take this relationship a little bit more seriously and just...
That's a lot of distraction. I noticed that being a problem early when we weren't even in a relationship when I was first getting on Instagram. I would scroll for hours. Just scrolling, looking at women.
At booties.
Man.
You're a booty looker?
It's like, to be honest with y'all, it's dang near like soft pornography.
Yeah.
It's getting to that point, and like, to be totally honest with y'all,
it's not good.
It's not good. It's not healthy at all. It's not good. It's a distraction. You could be doing so much more productive stuff with your life. Obviously, I have a woman in my life. I don't need to be going and barraging through a ton of other women that I will never talk to or interact with. But I feel like in the back of your head, you're like
living in a fantasy.
Man, if you're single, yeah, go ahead and barrage. But like when you get into a relationship and you feel like that's solid, man, you should definitely limit the outside temptations, and that's a huge outside temptation that you should.
So how should she bring that to her man? It's hard for me to answer because I never have to say that to you. If you didn't do it, how would you have liked me to say that to you if it was a problem for me?
I think it would start off with a question like, so is my booty not, is it not hitting? Is there something wrong?
Hey, be serious.
I'm serious. I'm like, is there...
What, so kind of start the conversation and like laughing but serious
laughing
type
but
energy.
serious, like, is it not enough, or, you know?
So flat out she should say it don't make her comfortable.
Yeah.
If I would have told you it didn't make me comfortable, do you think you would have?
Yeah. I feel like a back and forth conversation, you gotta say like, do you know how that makes me feel?
Okay, kind of make them feel bad.
Yeah, like,
and like feel where you're coming from.
every time I see you like such and such picture,
it doesn't make me feel
good or
secure in this relationship.
And it gets even worse if it starts getting closer to home. It's not like celebrities, it's like people in the same school. You're like liking other girls' photos like that. That's honestly, that's red flag. That's not even like you're making me uncomfortable. That's like, nigga, what you doing? How do you deal with someone that has a wild past? Do you hold it against her, or do you just love her past it?
That's an interesting one.
You can't,
because you shouldn't really be blaming or holding something against someone from their past because you had nothing to do with their past.
Nothing to do with it. But history.
Right.
I like history. You learn a lot of things from history. You learn trends from history. You learn patterns from history.
Yeah.
If you have 25 multiple partners and you're 25 years old, that means you average about a year relationship. And that's if you started at 0.
It's probably the tread lightly thing that you mentioned earlier.
I would definitely say tread
cautious.
super cautiously.
We benefited because we were best friends, so we were like dishing tea out to each other and didn't even know we were potential prospects for each other.
Yeah, we didn't know that we were filling out applications.
Right. So, which we weren't realistically, but that's how I learned about your history and you learned about mine.
It was a very comfortable conversation.
Yeah.
And then by the time
there's no judgment there.
By the time we made it to the relationship, we had already known each other's history.
Right. I'm trying to think if we weren't friends first though, and I would have learned about your history.
I don't know.
Ooh, I don't know.
I wouldn't try and hold it against you because obviously I wasn't there. But if you were out here like, man, I caught 10, 15 bodies last year, I'm gonna be like,
so it basically has to do with your personal, what you can personally handle.
what I can handle.
How to remain calm and control your words when in a serious argument. I like that one. Ooh. You know what? Something I really loved about our relationship is that we've never crossed that line with each other in an argument.
I think we're a little smarter than that.
I think it also comes from us both having such good hearts. We couldn't even get ourselves to say no wild stuff to each other.
I couldn't call you out. You've been too nice for me to call you out your name.
Yeah. Although it's an argument going on with us, I think the love and respect for each other always overrides us crossing that boundary.
Yeah. We brought that energy to the table that we're not going to tolerate it.
Right. Yeah. True. Like,
so I'm not finna sit here and let you call me out my name.
Remain calm and control.
I think the best way to remain calm and controlled though is to, one, don't enter the argument hot. The second you feel some type of way is not the time to go into the argument. You're not level-headed. Your emotions are high, they're fluctuated, you're in a heightened state of anger. Take a beat, go walk it off, think about what you're gonna say, come correct, come with a sense of respect, breathe, settle down. And
I guess too, always have in the back of your head, especially if this is someone that you plan to be in for the long run, that always has to stay in the back of your head.
Words can ruin it.
Because exactly, you gotta be careful because sometimes people do like to argue to hurt the other person, but that can be dangerous when you guys get out of it. Because no argument lasts forever.
Forever, no.
You gotta think of it like how we always say temporary gratification, the opposite of that, like temporary frustration or whatever. You gotta realize those are very temporary moments in the overall relationship. Are you really willing to risk the entire relationship for a temporary feeling or heightened emotion? For us, we've never felt like it was worth it.
The second someone starts calling you out your name and you accept it, that set the tone for the rest of the relationship.
That is so, my mouth drops every time I be seeing that stuff. I be like, what? There's a trend going on right now. Some type of prank. I haven't watched any of the videos. I've just seen the title where the boyfriend supposedly calls his girlfriend a B word to see how she reacts. This is a generation of society we're living in where this is now prank style. You think that you can even say that in a prank form? That's the relationship you got going on?
I'm not bold enough to say that even for a prank.
Yeah, no.
I'm a punk. I'm a little punk.
It's not a matter of a punk, boo.
I respect you enough, but I also there's a Sprinkle fear. My man is extremely touchy. He touches me in the no-no spots. All the B's.
All the B's?
Yeah.
Booty and boobs.
Yeah, your boom boom, your boobies and boobs. I love him, but how do I get him to stop? Definitely need to sit him
Put that
down.
emotional foot down.
Dang near right here, like on some right here type energy and be like,
watch this video with him right now.
Watch
Okay,
this
so watch
energy
this
right
video.
here. This is what you need to do. You need to stop. I am uncomfortable. Like,
yeah, you say like it makes me uncomfortable.
it makes me extremely uncomfortable. I don't like it. I don't like that energy. I feel like I'm being violated and I don't like it. If he respects you, he'll
chill
stop.
out. Yeah,
He'll chill out.
It shouldn't be a problem either. He
That should not
in no
be
way,
an issue.
shape, or form make you
No
feel bad
way,
for saying
shape, or
something about
form.
it. It is your body and your choice, boo.
If he tries to argue that point right there, leave him immediately.
Someone asked, how do you get over the fear of starting over with someone new? You have no idea.
I ain't starting over.
See, babe, that's what's wrong with people. So for me,
Hey,
man,
I'm out of this one, man.
how do you get over the fear of starting over new with someone? I don't really feel like it's a matter of getting over the fear. I think that unfortunately it's just gonna kind of be there. But what I have learned is that there is a brighter side to things. I got to a point with my old relationship, I knew I deserved better. I remember telling myself, this is not as good as love can get. I always remembered how my dad treated my mom and what their relationship looked like before he passed away, and I was like, this ain't it. This ain't as good as love can be for me. So when you have that mentality and you realize and what I love too, people watching our videos, they see how healthy our relationship is, how we communicate and stuff with each other. And people always kind of make jokes like, will I ever have a love like Josh and EC? It's very possible. If it's a very toxic relationship, you're always being put down, someone's not supporting you, you're not feeling the love that you feel like you deserve, even though you communicated this to that person. Always know that's not as good as love can get for you. This is not like far-fetched. The love that me and him have and have developed isn't far-fetched for anyone to have. It just takes work, it takes communication, and it takes two people being willing to love each other past the flaws and stuff.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm like relatively young, 16, and I talk to this dude. What kind of move should I be making on him? Take him to church.
Josh,
Hold his hand.
be realistic. Unfortunately.
To be honest, I should not be giving advice to a 16-year-old, but you should be responsible. At the end of the day, you're 16, your parents, who knows if they give you a lot of leniency in your decisions or not, but you need to find out for yourself what you're comfortable and uncomfortable with, and you really need to hold true to that. I will say a lot of young decisions are usually regretted at a later time.
That's facts.
I don't know about you. In high school, I made decisions that I regret now. So just keep that in mind. A lot of decisions at a young age will be regretted later on in life.
That's true. Boyfriend said I love you after only 3 weeks. Is that a red flag? I think it depends on the situation. That one's hard to answer because we don't know their relationship. But low-key, after watching the Netflix series Love is Blind, I don't think it's far-fetched for someone to say it, but I also don't know in what context are they using it.
Yeah.
And do you genuinely feel like they do? Do their actions show that, or are they just saying it to kind of fluff you? You gotta be able to read that.
Those actions and words gotta link up.
Yeah.
They gotta show some serious initiative.
I don't think it's a red flag if the actions link up with the words, though.
Yeah. It also depends on how old they are. I wouldn't believe a 16-year-old saying I love you.
Nah.
I really wouldn't believe an 18-year-old.
Really?
No.
Technically, you told me you love me at 19, but okay.
I was ready to hang my jersey up.
Oh,
That's
bye.
all I'm saying.
This is interesting.
Cap on that, I did love you, but it's not as deep as a love as I have for you now.
Okay.
That love, it was a cupcake love. It didn't come with all the scars, bruises, and pains that we've gone through over these 5 years. Because now I can say, even through all that, I love you. And it means way more now than when it did when I was 19. I'm pretty sure I said it back then because it felt right. But now I'm saying it because I know. Because there's no way I would have put up with a lot of stuff if I didn't love you.
Touche.
You're a handful.
Touche.
I'm a handful.
Yeah.
That's how I know when you say you love me, even though you be hating to say it sometimes when you mad at me. You do.
Whatever. How do you make something that is just beep beep into more?
You don't. That's
You don't think
that's
it's just
sad. Nah, you really
Said it's
don't.
sad?
It's really sad. No, I'm so serious. If a guy has been set in his ways that this is just strictly BB, his mind isn't transitioning into this
that only
casual.
happens in movies where the guy can turn from an F-buddy into something more.
Man, that only happens in movies. Here's what you can do. Give it a test run if you want. May the force be with you, but give it a test run. Comes over.
Let's not have beef today. Let's just chill.
Talk. See how
that goes. Take it off the table and see where this relationship goes. Good luck. I want to obey God's word and I'm waiting until marriage. How can I explain this to a man that I like? Exactly like that.
Yeah.
Exactly like that. If you are strong in your faith, do not break that for a man's happiness or pleasure. You find a man that's willing to raise up to your level, then you go from there.
There are some out there too, actually.
There are. Please stop sinking your standards for men that are just gonna throw you by the wayside at a moment's notice. So if you're willing to wait till marriage, do it.
You'll find someone.
You'll find somebody.
We actually know a couple success stories.
We know a couple success, like, do it.
Yeah. I need advice on being mature in a relationship versus being treated like BS. My boyfriend has been friends with this girl and they've never dated, but he has love for her. Sometimes he has thoughts about being with her, but he isn't in love with her. He hasn't done anything physical, but it still hurts, you know? And I don't know if I'm being mature by being understanding that people will have thoughts, but at the same time, is he taking advantage? LOL, it's probably confusing, but I just need advice on complicated issues. That's dead.
So he's basically stuck in a love triangle.
Has thoughts about being with her, but he's not in love with her. Why he's telling his girlfriend that in the first place, I don't know. That sounds like some young, immature high school stuff, personally.
Run, honey.
Yeah, that's dead.
The scariest thing in the world for a woman is to be with an indecisive man, and he sounds totally indecisive. He needs to either make up in his mind where he wants to be, or you just like make the decision for him.
You should never, ever, ever feel like an option for someone when you're in a relationship. Ever. Again, keep that mentality. Is this as good as love can get? And unfortunately too, I don't think that those feelings that he's not sure about is ever gonna go anywhere until he tests it out.
Can't knock that feeling out the side of your head.
I've been there before. You can't. Let it go.
Let it go.
Let it go.
Let it go. How do you tell your best friend you like them and if they like you too? Well, you could take my approach. Mine is dangerous. I was risking it all.
You were.
You really did
risk it all. You put it all on the line.
Hey.
If I never ended up liking you, that would have been real awkward of the friendship.
Awkward. That would have ruined the friend group.
Yeah, definitely.
No, I'm pretty chill. It might have been awkward
for me. Exactly.
It would have been awkward for you.
I'd have been fine. At first, it started with subtle flirting, a little closer proximity. That's like me testing the waters. If she's okay with me being in her proximity, you know, like real close, like we was friends and we was like this. If she was queasy, she'd be like, ugh.
You got me queasy right now.
See,
why are you talking like
you
that?
You blushing though.
No.
There's a difference. It's like you're blushing because you think I'm cute. You want to be in a relationship with me.
I am in a relationship. Come on.
Then there was one point where I did get rejected. Smacked my thing out the stadium like LeBron on Scottie Pippen. I didn't give up. If you're gonna go for it,
you gotta go all in.
Go 100%. Because like,
you can't tiptoe on that.
Here's what's on the line.
Because the other person's probably gonna be hesitant.
Yeah, your friendship is on the line. So
show them why they should be with you. Why y'all.
Your whole friendship is on the line. If you had a great friendship, we had a great friendship, and I put that on the line for a relationship. It could have gone totally south. Now, granted, I had a whole bunch of people in my corner telling me, y'all feeling each other.
I wasn't though, so they sent you the hell off.
Sent me off.
They sent you off.
They sent me off. Because they definitely was in my ear talking about some, y'all definitely feeling each other.
Ooh,
y'all don't,
child.
I don't know if y'all see it, but we see it. And your body language, you were feeling me. You were feeling me. And then it just started with like one day there was not enough seats in the car. She sat on my lap.
You literally took my seat.
I planned it. It was strategic.
So plan little ways to be more touchy and in their personal space.
Yeah, you gotta feel it out. If you hard friend zoned me in one of those moments, I'd have took the hint. But you didn't hard friend zone me. You were like a green stop sign. You were kind of like, stop.
Stop, Josh.
You know what I'm saying?
Stop.
See, that's a green stop. That's that green stop sign right there. Now, if she was like, nah, cut that. Cut that right now.
G.
Like, G. Come on now.
Like, if you hit me with one of those, I'm good. My bad. My bad.
My bad.
I lost myself. My bad.
So subtle stuff
Yeah,
to start out.
Now, when I really went bold, when I started asking for kisses, that's when I started getting rejected because she was definitely like, no.
Y'all just had to be there.
Y'all had to be there.
It was hard nosed, but it was just like, you just felt there was a yes somewhere behind it. She just wasn't ready for it. She was like, no, this is weird. We're friends. And I'm like, come on, man.
This is so cringy.
We just chilling here, man. One kiss ain't gonna do nothing. We just gotta test the water.
Are you done? This feels embarrassing for some reason.
I loved you even when you was bald head.
What does that have to do with anything? And I was never bald head, Josh.
I loved you even when you didn't have your fake moles.
You want to go there?
That was with
You
you.
want to go there? Huh? Huh? That is all we have for you guys. If you guys liked this video, we're closing this video.
Give me a kiss.
No,
Give me a kiss.
I'm not gonna reward bad behavior. Babe, come on, babe, please.
Give me a kiss, give me a kiss, give me a kiss, give me a kiss, give me a kiss. This is what you gotta do.
Give me a kiss, give me a kiss, give me a kiss, give me a kiss, give me a kiss.
I really hope you guys enjoyed this video.
Come on.
There it is. See? Consistency. Consistency wins the race, baby. Really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Therapy Thursdays, we're trying to make it a thing. So if you really like this, hashtag Therapy Thursdays. It'll be kind of consistent, sort of like our Eat and Chills, our Love 'em and Leave 'ems, you know.
And give the video a thumbs up.
Give that video a thumbs up. Y'all came through. There was plenty more
Yeah, there's a
stuff.
lot of
Which
them.
means we have plenty of content to bring y'all.
If you guys want us to
If
keep
you guys
doing
want us to
Therapy
keep it coming.
Thursdays.
But
So,
if you don't like it, you know, just go ahead and say you don't like it. That's fine. It's fine. We won't be mad at you. Just won't do it again.
but that is all we have for you guys. Really hope you guys enjoyed this video.
If you don't already know, I'm Hydrated Hero. She's Having Beauty. Together, we're Josh and Isi. You can follow one of us. You can follow two of us. You can follow all three of us. You might as well follow all three of us because we are happy, healthy, and hydrated on all three. Until next time, peace, love, hair grease.
And we
Yeah.
out right there.
Right there. I'm looking at it. Subscribe. You want to click that button.
You know you
Click it.
Also, check this video out
right here.
You might as well.
That's quality.
quality.
Quality. Right
Quality
there.
content.
It's quality.
And
of course.
you might as well be
this
right
one.
here.
You might as
You might as well
do
be
this
right
one,
there.
because this one's quality too. All this?
Quality.
You click anything you want.
Quality.